Sitting here and I just inserted a picture and like a little video clip in this video so you can see what it was like. And I realized like I don't even share like the story of when Deacon got bit by a dog on this trip or anything else. Like, and as I'm saving the file Texas 2020, I'm like, what? Like, of freaking course, Texas 2020 is gonna have this story follow it. So anyways, here's our trip. It's super awesome. Hey guys, so I know it's been like 2 weeks since I did a video, but gotta get better. I gotta get back on the train. Anyways, we did go to Texas and we did go see family and I guess technically two friends. Two of my friends. Kids made it more friends, but oh my gosh, it was a doozy of a trip. So we got in on July 4th and we went and my friend Megan picked us up from the airport. We did this. Okay, so first of all, I did try to change our flights to a time that worked just a little bit better, not in like, you know, COVID charts going off of crazy and just, it was $700 to change my flight. Pretty much everybody I was going to see has been pretty low key. And then we weren't really planning to do anything. First of all, a lot of things are closed, but also, you know, we weren't really planning on doing much. So we got in on the 4th and the kids, so I stayed at my friend Megan's house and our kids went and they were riding their scooters. And they were having a great time riding scooters and they went down this hill and Drake bailed and he got road rash. Basically, half of his like forearm is just gone. Gross. So gross. A good chunk. Like, I can't quite make it with my fingers, but like that much was just road rash. So as we were wrapping that and getting him all better, like he stayed and played for a while and he came back and he's like, yo, can I get a Band-Aid? So we fixed him up. And as he's doing that, Deacon goes out back and steps on a flipping stick and gets a stick stuck up his foot. So now Deacon's got a hole in his foot. Drake's missing a chunk of skin. And I mean, it got pretty low. I'd sent a picture to my sister a couple days later and she's like, oh, yep, that's dermis. So right below that's the fat. And it's like, okay, so that was the first day. Then we went to Grandma's house the next day. And we're at Grandma's house and they're playing. Now, Grandma lives pretty far out. She lives in like a rural area, tons of ranch land. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Grandma has an awesome pool that has a water slide and like jumping rocks and, you know, like a little splash pad built in. I mean, Grandma's pool, there's a cave. It's amazing. Amazing. So we're like, we're just going to go spend the whole week at Grandma's pool. Like, why not? First day, water slide. Drake gets getting a message. Drake is on the water slide, slips, busts his teeth. Like, I'm going to have to edit this to put in a picture just because it's so bad.
Mommy, may we have pizza for supper?
Tell me your name. Say my name is.
My name is...
What's your name? You gotta actually say it.
My name is Drake.
Yeah? Where are we going right now?
A dentist.
You're so cute with your little lisp.
He does.
He does. Drake's teeth. Like, one of them is like busted in half and the other one is like crooked. And this kid, I love this kid's teeth. I'm like, why? Like, gosh, he had such pretty teeth. So here's what happens. He's getting out of the water. We had s'mores. It was nighttime. So they were kind of having a fun night swim. They were playing. Everything was going great. And then all of a sudden, like, we were kind of like standing up to kind of get towels and stuff together. Anyways, you know, Grandma and I were. Drake comes out of the pool like this. Okay. I've only been a mom for little over 11 years, but I've been a mom long enough to know this is never good. Never good. Usually this is followed by this, which is followed by so much blood. So he was like this, and I'm like, it's not dripping. That's crazy. So I'm like, he must have just like whacked his face earlier because he looked stunned. He moves his hand, and I see that he's missing like his front teeth. And I look at him, and I'm like, Drake, like, are you okay? And he's like, yes. And I said, you're not okay. And I realized that I'm like, why did I say that? Like, why am I losing my crap? It's okay. You're going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. We're going to get your teeth fixed. And here I am thinking like we're in the middle of not nowhere. We're pretty far out of everywhere. And my kid is missing his teeth are broken and gone. And cuts things, I'm pretty low key, but like I don't know that much about teeth and what can be fixed from teeth and just the severity of it, and oh my gosh, what's it gonna cost and where are we gonna find a dentist? This is on Sunday night. So I get him together, and like he's totally fine. Like Drake's handling it great. Deacon loses his crap when he sees his brother's teeth are gone, and Deacon's like, okay, I'm gonna go find his teeth. And I'm like, honey, the teeth are gone. There's no point in trying to find them. It's okay. We're gonna get it fixed. Don't worry about it. He's like, no, I'm gonna go look. And I'm like, okay, because Drake did it on the water slide and there's water pushing it down. So I'm like, there's no way. This pool's like 10 to 11 feet deep in this area. There's like little jetty, something cleaner. I don't know. There's something at the bottom. There's 4 of them. And it was so deep and it was dark and the pool's white and the teeth are white. And I'm like, there's no way. Deacon dives down the 11 feet, finds these 2 pieces of teeth and brings them up. And he's like, I found his teeth. And I'm like, what? So then I message a friend of mine who was a dentist, but not not there, not here, whatever. And I'm like, what do I do? Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. Put teeth in salt water. Here's some parenting information that should come in the manual that doesn't exist when you become a parent. If you have a broken tooth or a piece of a broken tooth, put it in salt water and then get to the dentist as soon as possible. Okay, so water, which is a little dash of salt for teeth, like broken pieces. If you lose a tooth in its entirety, like roots, the whole tooth, like as if you were to get a tooth pulled, shove it back up in there as soon as possible. Okay, sounds awful. So if you can't do it, put it in milk and get to the dentist as soon as possible. So I don't sleep at all. Drake has a lisp, and he figures out he has a lisp rather quickly, so he's cracking jokes all night because Drake's amazing. And I'm a mess, and I'm like, okay, at least my kid's laughing, and it's his face. And I was like, I gotta chill out. Anyways, dentists are all closed the next day. It's Monday, so their phones are ringing off the hook. They're closed because of Texas and COVID isn't a great place right now. So all these dental offices are closed for testing and for cleaning and for figuring out what the heck they're going to do. And I call a ton of places. I finally find one that is open. So I called all the ones that my friend Megan recommended going back towards the DFW area. Okay. I couldn't find anything that was good. And then the ones that were recommended to me by other dentists that were closed for cleaning, or the ones that other moms were like, don't go to these places. Anyways. So I call one in her local town, and I just get this really bad gut feeling, really, really bad gut feeling. And it's not very often that I get it, but I'm like, I feel like I need to listen. So I find a dentist way the hell in Waco, Texas. So we end up in Waco, and I found this amazing, and I'm going to totally shout her out. It was this Susan something at Belmead Pediatric Dentistry. She was 597 4 or 5-star reviews. Incredible. So she was amazing. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. So that took a whole bunch of time. It was a mess. So our trip got a lot of foobarred. And anyways, we ended up getting his teeth fixed and things were better. The trip got better, but then I got, I didn't have as much time on the other end. So, my goodness gracious. I know people are going to say, did you see Lucy? Yeah, we met in the parking lot for a hot minute yesterday. Literally, it was hot. And we just sat and chatted for a little bit, sitting in the parking lot. And we were, everybody was good. And we had a really nice time. It was good to see everybody. And I got my favorite cookies. And it was a crazy trip. Let me just tell you, crazy freaking trip. The dental thing really threw me for a loop. And now I'm dealing with the mom side of it is okay, well, it's good now, but what happens if he breaks them again? Or what happens if, they don't heal right? Or if, he ends up needing a crown? Or all of these things where I'm just I'm kind of a mess about it, and which is just unlike me, because usually I'm very it's fine, okay. This dentist was pretty conservative, and we're gonna trust. So what she ended up doing is compounding them back on. So she put the pieces back on, and then built up the compound behind them, which is basically the filling you get for at the dentist, and they look pretty good. I mean, you have to I think you would have to know to be able to tell, but my sister, so this one, I've had compound put in it, and there's a little bit left. It's mostly gone. This tooth right here is pretty rugged, because my sister threw a rock at me when we were kids and broke this tooth. So the back of it feels a little weird, and there's something probably I've never shared before, but you can tell it's not, this one's a lot flatter. So a very, very, very minor comparison to what Drake's were. We'll see. I don't know. Pretty crappy though. Pretty freaking crappy. Just threw a wrench in the trip, and yeah, but it was, I mean, could have been worse is what I keep telling myself. He could have also needed stitches. He could have also needed, so many other things. So thankfully he didn't. And yeah, that was that. So home now. I've been working all morning. I've got laundry to do. I've got a house to clean. We don't have any food in the house, so I need to go grocery shopping. Yeah, real doozy. It was nice to get out. It felt semi-normal. Flying was really awful. It was awful with we sat on the tarmac forever in Texas, and it was so hot, and the masks are so hot, and it was brutal. But I wouldn't just choose to fly had I not booked these tickets a long time ago, and had changing them not been so expensive. But luckily I didn't change them, and that was the price was not the price. The dental cost more than that. Ugh, all the money we saved not doing anything, I spent. All right. Anyways, that's that update. I'll be back soon. Well, I gotta get back into videos. I miss it. I've just been video lazy, I guess is the best way to put it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.